Hello everybody and welcome to Wrestlemania Smackdown here in our WWE 2K25 Universe mode booked by Will Ferris, and we are kicking things off as always with the 24/7 title. Oh boy, the monster of all monsters, the mountain of a man, Braun Strowman, and he is one big SOB. Of course, we saw Braun Strowman's tag team partner Eric Rowan failed to become 24/7 champion last week against the Great Khali, and it seems like here tonight on WrestleMania Smackdown, Braun Strowman looking to get a shot. Obviously, Braun Strowman, former Raw Tag Team Champion here on Universe Mode. Last time we saw Strowman, he failed to beat Jey Uso for the Hardcore Championship, and the time after that, he failed to qualify for the Men's Elimination Chamber. Braun Strowman looking to win his first singles championship in his Universe Mode career by winning the 24/7 title. As here comes the ever so dominant Great Khali, the WWE Hall of Famer, and for the past few weeks, obviously the Great Khali has put away any opponent that has been put in front of him here on Universe Mode. Of course, there's been a lot of great returns over the past few weeks. I mean, look at AJ Lee this past Monday night on Raw, failing to win the Women's United States Championship this past week. But the Great Khali has been all sorts of successful since returning to WWE. And we're going to get one hell of a match to kick off WrestleMania Smackdown. A dream match of sorts, as the Great Khali will once again defend that prestigious 24/7 championship against the Mountain of a Man, Braun Strowman, as it'll be very interesting to see how this match plays out. So many talented men and one woman have held that 24/7 championship. Can Braun Strowman add his name to the list of 24/7 champions? Braun Strowman looking to win his first piece of singles gold. Can he do it? The Great Khali, ever so dominant, the WWE Hall of Famer. This is the final Smackdown before WrestleMania and the final Smackdown before the third annual Universe Mode Draft. So it's going to be very interesting to see how things play out. The 24/7 championship, as always, on the line, and what is set to be an incredible night here on SmackDown. Braun Strowman, the challenger. Great Khali, the champion. And here we go. Big, meaty men slapping meat in a collision to start the matchup. And oh my God, Great Khali like a freight train taking down Braun Strowman. You've got to be kidding me. And usually we would expect this type of performance by Braun Strowman on any regular man, but Great Khali ain't no regular man. And look at Khali in the opening stages of this match. He's looking to mock Braun Strowman, and we got an incredible night here at WrestleMania Smackdown. Of course, a huge tag team main event as the World Heavyweight Champion Switchblade Jay White will team up with the greatest of all time, John Cena, visiting SmackDown, as he will take on the Bloodline, the team of Roman Reigns and the final boss, The Rock. The Rock making his Universe Mode Smackdown debut here tonight. We're also going to see the Women's Intercontinental Champion Julia Hart take on well, the beautiful Madness, Julia, and one-on-one non-title competition. We're also going to see Jey Uso address the WWE Universe, and he says that he has important WrestleMania implications to talk about to Darby Allin, as it's going to be pretty interesting to see what Jey Uso has to say. We're also going to see Will Ospreay team up with his WrestleMania opponent, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, to take on Mark Coffey and Wolfgang of Gallus before WrestleMania. And the Women's Elimination Chamber match winner, Rhea Ripley, will go one-on-one with her old rival from Monday Night Raw, Charlotte Flair. It'll be a grudge match here on WrestleMania SmackDown, as the Great Khali continuing to dominate this match against Braun Strowman. And again, Khali throwing the big man cover to retain, and Strowman into a kick out. It's going to take a lot more than that for the Great Khali to defeat Braun Strowman. Of course, this is the final SmackDown before WrestleMania. You're going to want the big wins. You're going to want to prove to Universe Mode higher-ups that you are worth staying in WWE. And another chop right to the skull by the Great Khali on Braun Strowman. Khali is just dominant. It's going to be impossible to try to beat this man. Oh my God, no. Now the Great Khali taking down Strowman onto the rope, and again a cover by the champion and a kick out by Braun this late into the match. We saw on WrestleMania Raw the Great Khali squashing Obafemi in a title defense. Oh my God. Oh! Strowman, I don't think we have ever seen Braun Strowman this manhandled before here on Universe Mode. But the Great Khali is beating the absolute hell out of Strowman, and it's to the point where you got to probably throw this match out. Great Khali, oh my God, no. Oh my God, the Punjabi bomb. Did you see Strowman's shoulder first onto the barricade? He might have a separated shoulder. And now Strowman face first into the ring post. There could be no coming back from that. Strowman could be injured. Count of 8 by the referee. Strowman's got to hurry up. How the hell is Strowman beating this count? He must have a separated shoulder. But Khali into the submission right on the side of the face. And wait a minute. Referee calling for the rope break. The match continues here on SmackDown. But Khali. Oh, wait a minute. Strowman fighting back. Oh, tried to at least. Oh. Clothesline. We thought that Strowman could have pulled a miracle, try to get back into this match, try to get a fighting chance. Remember what the legendary James Ellsworth says, any man with two hands has a fighting chance. Well, not the monster among men. Oh, wait a minute, he could. Strowman now trying to fight back, trying to get some shots in on the champion. The big man's down. Can Strowman, look at the power into the cutter. Strowman could pull the upset and end the historic reign of the Great Khali. No, kick out at 2. But Strowman knows he almost did it. Strowman could be one move away from ending the title reign of the Great Khali. My goodness. Braun Strowman is a man possessed. Has him up. Running. Power slam. Do we have a new champion? No. Braun Strowman almost did it. Hear the fight forever chants. We thought it was going to be another squash match for the Great Khali, but Braun Strowman proving to each and every one of us he ain't a regular man. Braun Strowman needs to keep his foot on the gas pedal. He needs to keep feeding Khali shots if he wants any chance of leaving WrestleMania SmackDown as the new 24/7 champion. Khali able to escape, and now a big boot. Oh my God, no. We thought Strowman was going to pull a miracle. Oh, face first into the turnbuckles. Oh my God. Oh, and a headbutt. Strowman could be out. Cover. Shoulders down. Great Khali retains the 24/7 championship here at WrestleMania SmackDown. Great Khali dominated most of the opening stages of this match. It looked like Braun Strowman was not going to recover, but Braun Strowman put off one hell of a comeback. But I want to bring you back to this. Look at this. The Punjabi bomb. Strowman back first onto the barricade. That could have paralyzed him, but Strowman miraculously able to come back. Hit the cutter on the Great Khali. And Braun Strowman showcasing his impressive feats of strength. And it was right here we thought the reign could have been over. Lifting Khali up into the running power slam. 1, 2, and Khali kicks out, keeping the reign alive. And when it looked like we were going to witness a miracle, nope. Khali shattering the dreams of Braun Strowman, retaining the championship. What a match, but the Great Khali is still the champion. What a title defense. As the Great Khali is still the 24/7 champion here on Universe Mode to kick off WrestleMania SmackDown. But we are back here at WrestleMania SmackDown, what is set to be probably one of the most anticipated SmackDowns in Universe Mode history, as here comes the former World Heavyweight Champion, Will Ospreay. Obviously, Will Ospreay, the first ever Royal Rumble winner in Universe Mode history, unfortunately failed to win the WWE Championship in the main event of last year's WrestleMania. Will Ospreay, a few weeks ago, called anyone out to a match at WrestleMania because Ospreay did not want to miss WrestleMania this year. But I don't think anyone expected two-time WWE Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels to answer the challenge. However, for the past few weeks, both Ospreay and Michaels have caught the attention of Gallus. Of course, Ospreay and Michaels both with victories over respective members of Gallus, and now both men are going to unite to take on Gallus here tonight. As here comes the Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels is going to make his Universe Mode PLE debut at WrestleMania, and he proved to all of us last week against Wolfgang on Friday Night SmackDown that he still has what it takes in the squared circle, so it won't be a walk in the park for Mr. Will Ospreay at WrestleMania Night 2. Shawn Michaels proving all of us he still very much is the showstopper and Mr. Wrestle Frickin' Mania. Shawn Michaels, it's going to be very interesting to see how he fares against the aerial assassin Will Ospreay. But also the question is, are Michaels and Ospreay going to be able to coexist in this match against Gallus here on SmackDown? As here comes the Gallus boys. 3 men who want to take Universe Mode by force. You see Wolfgang and Mark Coffey. You see Joe Coffey in the background cheering them on. These 2 men are dangerous. Let's not forget, over the summer when we thought Joe Coffey was going to take the Hardcore Championship from main event Jey Uso, Gallus also with a very impressive performance a few months ago in the World Tag Team Title #1 Contenders Tournament, unfortunately came up short. And of course, Gallus have been a bit frustrated with Will Ospreay and Shawn Michaels because a spot at WrestleMania could have been given to one of them. Gallus saying that they have not really had much opportunities to really prove their worth, but of course, Gallus, despite losing to both Ospreay and Michaels in singles matches, are fairly confident that they could beat the team of Ospreay and Michaels because Gallus have a lot more experience in tag team competition. As here we go, this tag team match is underway. Will Ospreay trying to get a good start here against Mark Coffey in the opening stages of this matchup. But what about our main event later on tonight? The Rock and Roman Reigns will once again team up against the dream team of sorts of, oh, what a shot there by Mark Coffey, of the World Heavyweight Champion Jay White and the GOAT John Cena. That is going to be one hell of an incredible main event here tonight on SmackDown. Look at this now. We talk about the unity of Gallus. Uh-oh, they are ready to feast. Double shoulder tackle to Will. Of course, Shawn Michaels has got to be a little bit conflicted because Gallus are his boys. Owen Ospreay. Beautiful kick, proving why they call him the aerial assassin. Will Ospreay, such an incredible athlete. Look at this by Will Ospreay. Shawn, I hope you're taking notes. That is the man you're going to fight at WrestleMania. That's the match you signed up for. Double underhook suplex with a bridge by Ospreay. Wow. Where was this Will Ospreay at WrestleMania last year? He could have been undisputed champion. Remember, Will Ospreay, first ever AEW World Champion in our Universe Mode. Also WWE World Champion as well as Royal Rumble winner. Oh, look at this by Michaels, bringing Wolfgang up to his feet. And now Ospreay trying to go for a suplex. But now that gives Michaels the opening. Oh, a nice knee right there to the leg of Wolfgang. Little bit of tag team unity there. Oh. And now Wolfgang hitting the ring post there. But both men have got to be mindful of the referee's count. We saw what happened in the main event of Raw this past Monday. Also in a tag match. Ooh. Little game of cat and mouse there between Wolfgang and Ospreay. Ospreay. Ooh, Wolfgang sidestepping out of the way, but a very good cat-like landing there by Will Ospreay. And now Wolfgang into an Irish whip. Oh, no. Ospreay able to counter. Great maneuver there. Ospreay is such an incredible athlete. You got to think, will Ospreay remain on SmackDown in the draft, or will he become a full-time member of the Raw roster? That's going to be the Universe Mode draft. We could see a lot of people switch brands and a lot of people stay on the same brand. We don't know what will happen with Gallus or Ospreay. Oh, pop-up powerbomb there by Ospreay, but Mark Coffey able to recover and taking Ospreay down. And this could give Gallus the opportunity to recover. and get some control back in this tag team matchup. And Ospreay with lots of counters tonight. And now into the Styles Clash. Shades of his former tag team partner AJ Styles. Who could forget when they were a team this summer against Bullet Club Gold. And now Michaels is legal in this matchup. But Mark Coffey sending Michaels over the top rope. Gallus boys don't care that was their mentor, the guy who gave them their meal tickets in NXT. And Ospreay sent down by Coffey. And now here comes Michaels. I'll try to get some strikes in. Now it's momentarily 2-on-1 for the Heartbreak Kid. Brain buster. And if Gallus has it their way, Shawn Michaels might not even make it to WrestleMania. But Michaels trying to fight back with everything he's got. What a counter there by Wolfgang. Let's not forget, Michaels is into his 60s. Definitely not the amount of in-ring flair that he might have had in 1995. That was what Ospreay said to Michaels once. It ain't 1995 anymore, but if you think you can hang with me, WrestleMania, you're on. And Wolfgang and the Gallus boys have been pissed off about that ever since that match was made official for WrestleMania. And the knee right to the face. And Michaels getting out of the ring now, trying to get back in, but the Gallus boys in complete control here in this tag team match. And this could spell trouble for Michaels. What a big slam there by the big man Wolfgang. That's the thing, Gallus are three of the most underrated talents in Universe Mode history. They are so dominant. I mean, look at their time on NXT UK in the past. Now another tag to Will Ospreay, and now Ospreay's got to be thinking something big. Wait a minute. Joe Coffey, hidden blade by Ospreay. Joe Coffey, he was in the ring for a split second. Now he's on the outside distracting Will Ospreay. Ospreay laid out Wolfgang with the hidden blade. Wolfgang trying to get back to his feet, but Ospreay laser focused. That match could have been it right there. Ospreay had Wolfgang beat. Could have resulted in a win for Ospreay and Michaels. But now, wait a minute. I thought Ospreay countered for a second. But look at this by Wolfgang. Stomping a mud hole on Ospreay in the corner. Thanks to that damn fool, Joe Coffey. The numbers game playing a factor in this tag team match. And Wolfgang doing what they do best. Are we going to see an upset here? Oh my goodness. Cover by Mark for the victory. But Michaels was right there. Michaels was right there to break up the cover. Now Ospreay into the corner trying to get some control back for his team. And the uppercut. And the double underhook suplex again. And that gives Ospreay the opening he needs. He's going to tag in Shawn Michaels yet again. 48 hours removed from their big match that's set to happen at WrestleMania. And Gallus again showing their expertise in tag team wrestling. 400 plus days as NXT UK Tag Team Champions. And Michaels sent over the top rope. And now Wolfgang gonna take out Ospreay. Wolfgang looking to make examples of Ospreay and Michaels before WrestleMania. And Wolfgang now beating the hell out of Michaels as well. And Wolfgang was looking at Ospreay, and now Michaels going to try to take advantage of the distraction here. Drop kick sends Wolfgang down. And now Michaels going to go after Mark Coffey as well. Drops him down. The showstopper is stealing the show. And that gives Michaels a chance to take a breather. You see Joe Coffey shouting orders at ringside. Michaels trying to get over to ringside, and Wolfgang sending Michaels into the steel steps. This is a 60-year-old man. A man that's supposed to be retired. Michaels into a big clothesline. But there's Mark Coffey. Mark Coffey. Sending Michaels back first into the barricade. 2-on-1 assault on the man who used to run NXT. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Gallus fed up with all their losses. Wolfgang breaking the count. Could be a sign of mercy from the big man. And again, Wolfgang takes down Ospreay. Michaels back to his feet. You got to think that could have resulted in a count out if Wolfgang didn't break up the count. Big DDT. And I believe Wolfgang now is busted open. Ospreay still out in the ring. Oh, Wolfgang now shoving Ospreay off. Look at the blood forming on the face of Wolfgang. Does not look good. Almost like straight out of a horror movie. Oh my God. Oh, going for the leg of Michaels. Looking to take Shawn out of commission. Count of 6. Michaels trying to get back to his feet. Oh, went for a chop block. Failed to connect. Count of 8 though. Both men have got to be careful. Wolfgang suplex. And it's a double count out here on Smackdown. Well, an unfortunate result. It was one hell of a tag team match, but Gallus clearly did not want Shawn Michaels stealing their spotlight here on the Blue brand, so they took matters into their own hands, but unfortunately, it cost them as well. Ospreay and Michaels appear to be on the same page. They were partners tonight, but let's not forget at WrestleMania Night 2, they will be opponents. A dream match we never thought we would ever see. The Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels steps back in a WrestleMania ring to take on the aerial assassin Will Ospreay one-on-one. Who will get the victory? We will find out at WrestleMania. We are back here on WrestleMania Smackdown as we are set for yet another triple threat match between 3 members of the Triple Threat World Tag Team Championship match at WrestleMania. As here comes one half of the former champions, the record 10-time TNA X Division champion, Chris Sabin of the Motor City Machine Guns. Of course, Motor City want those titles back.
Making his way to the ring, representing the Motor City Machine Guns from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 205 pounds.
Of course, the Motor City Machine Guns lost the World Tag Team Championships to the current champs Meta 4 at the Royal Rumble WrestleMania in a TLC triple threat match. They look to become two-time tag team champions as here comes one half of the champs.
Representing Meta-4 from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 178 pounds, one half of the World Tag Team Champions,
Of course, at the Royal Rumble, it was a sight we never thought we would see when Meta-4 won the World Tag Team Championships. They've held those championships ever since. One title defense under their belt against the War Raiders on an episode of Smackdown. But of course, it is a TLC triple threat match. Meta-4, Lucha Brothers, and Motor City Machine Guns. And of course, Noam Dar championship in hand. You got to think, will Meta-4 be able to retain the tag team titles at WrestleMania? Could be a little bit difficult. As here comes the man who has taken Universe Mode by storm since coming back. Penta is here. And Lucha Brothers have been riding a huge wave of momentum since Penta returned to Universe Mode, returned to SmackDown, earning them a tag team championship opportunity.
Mexico, weighing in at 87 kilos,
Of course, the Lucha Brothers have a pinfall victory over Meta-4, which earned them a #1 contender spot for the World Tag Team Championships. Obviously, Motor City Machine Guns have gotten involved in Lucha Brothers and Meta-4's business, which allowed them to be added to the match as well. Let's not forget, last week, it was Alex Shelley, Oro Mensah, and Rey Fenix in a triple threat match. Rey Fenix was able to get the victory in that triple threat match. Penta looking to solidify that momentum with a possible victory over Noam Dar and Chris Sabin in this triple threat match. All about momentum. Heading into this match, you hear the Motor City chants clearly favoring Chris Sabin in this triple threat match. But look at Penta starting off with a sling blade to Noam Dar, and look at this. Sabin and Penta, a lot of history. They know each other very well. And Penta and Chris Sabin, two former TNA World Champions. Oh, big shot by Noam Dar on Chris Sabin, and obviously the huge rivalry between Meta-4 and the Motor City Machine Guns that we previously mentioned has happened for months here on Universe Mode. No signs of slowing down, even with the addition of the Lucha Brothers in the mix. As now Penta with the kendo stick. Remember, triple threat rules, no disqualifications. Cover and a kick out by Noam Dar. Chris Sabin, nice shot to the midsection. Tornado DDT by Noam Dar, showing off his athleticism. And of course, Penta spent a couple of months here in Universe Mode away with an injury. Same with Chris Sabin. Nice kick there by Penta. And Penta getting the ball rolling here. Look at this by Penta. This is what we're talking about. Cover and a kick out by Chris Sabin. And now Noam Dar looking to get back in the mix. Nice submission there by Noam Dar, and Chris Sabin breaking it up. And of course, since it's a triple threat TLC match at WrestleMania, the only way to win is to climb the ladder and retrieve the championships, hanging them high above the ring. It's a lot like how the WWE Tag Team Championships will be defended in Night 2 of WrestleMania when Adam Copeland and Christian Cage reunite to challenge the Tag Champs Evolution. Ooh, nice chop there by Penta. Penta trying to keep control, going for Salida del Sol. But Noam Dar able to counter, now has the kendo stick. Oh, over the back of Mr. Chris Sabin. Here's the cover there by Noam Dar, but Penta, springboard drop kick. Obviously. Oh, here we go. We're going to see it. The sacrifice. Could have separated the shoulder of Noam Dar. Oh, Scorpion death drop by Chris Sabin. Shades of the Icon Sting. Chris Sabin trying to get control of this match now. Noam Dar is down and out. Muscle buster suplex. Super kick by Penta. And now the cover for another win for the Lucha Brothers. And that's the thing. Ever since Universe Mode began, the Lucha Brothers have been on SmackDown waiting for a chance to become tag team champions. The Penta driver cover. And Noam Dar breaks it up way too early. But Penta is determined. There we go. Swanton bomb lays out Noam Dar and takes out Sabin. But Noam Dar back to his feet. One half of the tag team champions. Noam Dar DDT. Supernova 11, part of the original Cruiserweight Classic. My goodness. But now Penta back to his feet, no selling anything that Noam hits him with, and another sling blade. And another cover there by Penta. Penta, former 24/7 champion here on Universe Mode. Obviously Sabin and Shelley, the former World Tag Team Champions before losing it to the current champs Metaphor. And now Chris Sabin, nice suplex there to Penta. Oh! Noam Dar throwing the chair right at Sabin. And that has given Noam Dar the control he was looking for. What a match between these three top talents in the SmackDown Tag Team division. As now Penta. Oh, wait a minute. Noam Dar able to counter whatever Penta was going for. And now here comes Chris Sabin of Motor City Machine Guns. Here we go. This is going to get good. Sabin, what are you waiting for? Nope, I guess he's not going to go. Oh, got to go for a super kick. Noam Dar now in the corner. That could have been a very nice sequence to both Penta and Noam Dar, but Sabin choosing not to. Wait a minute, Noam Dar trying to get the win, trying to steal the victory. But Chris Sabin was right there. And now Noam Dar into a leg lock. No rope breaks in a triple threat match. And now here comes Penta. Remember, no disqualifications. Much like it will be in that TLC triple threat match at WrestleMania. Here comes Penta. Lining Sabin up. Super kick. Oh, Noam was going for something big. Cover. But Noam Dar was right there. I don't know what Noam Dar was going for. Now raking at the eyes of Penta. Trying to do whatever it takes to win. Because obviously Metaphor knows the momentum's not in their favor heading into this big title defense. Here comes Noam Dar now. Oh, went for a punt of sorts. Penta able to counter and yet another sling blade and a leg drop. And now Sabin getting back in the mix. Has Penta in position. No. Penta able to counter. Penta's been so good since coming back. And yet another Penta driver to Chris Sabin. But yet Noam Dar has the luchador up into the airplane spin. Look at this. Noam Dar's got to be careful not to get dizzy. Now a cover to get the victory in this triple threat. Almost got it there. WrestleMania is going to be such an amazing 2 nights of action. The second WrestleMania in Universe Mode history. Try to go for the kendo stick. Penta yet another sling blade. You got to think Alex Shelley and Ray Fenix and Oro Mensah have got to be watching this closely. Now Noam Dar. Oh, into the elbow. But Sabin into a super kick. And this could be Chris Sabin's time. Oh, but who is he going to go for? Oh. Noam Dar putting a stop to that. Sabin shoving Noam out of the way. Shot right to the back of Noam Dar. Oh. Wait a minute. The Mexican Destroyer. Super kick. Mexican Destroyer connects. And now Sabin with the kendo. And this could be his chance. Sabin after Mexican Destroyer. No, almost got it. Sabin almost stole the win for the Motor City Machine Guns. That would have been an awesome way to get the victory. Penta hit the Mexican Destroyer. And now Sabin into the spinning driver to Noam Dar. Realizing Penta's still in. No! Tornado DDT. Now Sabin again into the cover. Shoulders down, hooks the leg. Chris Sabin with the win. Here tonight on WrestleMania Smackdown. Getting momentum for the Motor City Machine Guns before the Triple Threat TLC Tag Team match at WrestleMania Night 1 for the World Tag Team Championships. What a match, though, by these three incredible athletes. All three of them had close calls to victory, especially Penta. Penta had such an incredible performance. Look at this. The Swanton Bomb taking out both men. Noam Dar had Penta into the airplane spin. Ray Fenix won the triple threat match last week. Chris Sabin winning the triple threat this week, which means the tag champs don't have really any momentum heading into WrestleMania besides being the current tag team champions. But look at this by Penta. The Mexican Destroyer to Noam Dar, and Chris Sabin was so close to stealing the victory off of that, but Sabin was able to hit the spinning driver to Noam Dar, take Penta down, and that was all she wrote for Sabin here tonight. As Chris Sabin gets the incredible victory in this triple threat match tonight, but at WrestleMania, the only way to win is to climb the ladder and retrieve the championships high above the ring. Will we be looking at our first ever two-time World Tag Team Champions in Universe Mode history in the Motor City Machine Guns? We will find out at WrestleMania. What a victory for Chris Sabin here on WrestleMania Smackdown. Oh, what a chaotic night it has already been here on WrestleMania Smackdown, as here comes the four-time WWE Women's Champion, a woman chasing her first reign as Women's World Champion at WrestleMania. Rhea Ripley is once again making her presence known here on SmackDown. Of course, at WrestleMania Night 1, Rhea Ripley will get a chance to have her first reign as Women's World Champion here on Universe Mode as she challenges the ever so dominant CEO Mercedes Moné at WrestleMania in Vegas. Rhea Ripley on Monday Night Raw. She has done it all. Rhea Ripley says it is about time she makes her presence known here on SmackDown and face everyone tonight, 24 hours before her big world title shot. She will go one-on-one against a woman who Rhea has a lot of history with in the early days here on Universe Mode, in the Queen Charlotte Flair. Rhea Ripley looking to erase a demon from her past. As here comes the Queen, Charlotte Flair, making her way to the ring, and look who is accompanying her to ringside.
And her opponent from the Queen City,
Charlotte Flair, like we already said, huge amounts of history with Rhea Ripley. As a matter of fact, Charlotte Flair, her first Raw Women's Championship reign in her Universe Mode career, came at the expense of Rhea Ripley. It was at Money in the Bank all the way back in Season 1. Obviously, Charlotte Flair, two-time WWE Women's Champion and a former Women's World Champion. Charlotte Flair never properly lost that championship, and she has made that known. Maybe if Charlotte Flair beats Rhea Ripley here tonight, and if Charlotte Flair manages to stay on SmackDown in the Universe Mode draft, maybe Charlotte Flair would then earn an opportunity at either Mercedes or Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship. Try to get that championship back. Charlotte never really got her one-on-one rematch for that championship. Maybe Charlotte looking to do a favor for Mercedes Moné before WrestleMania, just in the hopes that she will be rewarded with a world title opportunity. Charlotte Flair, 3-time champion. Rhea Ripley, 4-time champion. Two of the most successful women in Universe Mode history will meet here tonight at WrestleMania SmackDown. As now Rhea Ripley trying to start off the match explosive, but here comes Charlotte Flair. Of course, Charlotte never properly lost her Women's World Championship because at SummerSlam it was the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge, and because the match resulted in a 3-way tie, the Women's World Championship became vacant and was won by Becky Lynch a few nights later on SmackDown in a triple threat match with Asuka and Lita. A little bit of Universe Mode lore for you. Just look at this. Charlotte Flair actually getting control in the early stages of this match. Rhea Ripley does not want a loss 24 hours before her big Women's World Championship match against Mercedes at WrestleMania. A match that Rhea Ripley earned by winning the Women's Elimination Chamber match in her home country of Australia. Rhea Ripley does not want to let her people down, but of course she is in the ring with one of the best women's wrestlers on the planet in Charlotte Flair, the daughter of the legendary Nature Boy Ric Flair, and a woman who has 3 women's championship reigns under her belt as well. Charlotte trying to get control over the number 1 contender, Rhea Ripley, by any means necessary. And Rhea trying to fight back, and she does. And like we said, these two women know each other very well. It's going to be interesting to see how this match plays out. Rhea with a nice shot. Back and forth between these two. They haven't been in a ring in over a year, ever since Charlotte moved to SmackDown in the Universe Mode draft. Rhea Ripley now. Oh, sending Charlotte down. And now this could be Rhea's time to get momentum in this match as the Women's World Champion Mercedes Moné watches on. And you got to think, what factor could Mercedes play at ringside? Maybe could try to get under the skin of her WrestleMania opponent, Rhea Ripley. As now Rhea. Oh, look at this. Mocking her old rival. Oh. Nice shots right at the back there by the Eradicator. The former matriarch of the Judgment Day. Cover. Hook of the leg. And a kick out by Flair. You got to think Damian Priest, Rhea's Terror Twins tag team partners, got to be rooting for her. Damian Priest also a part of Friday Night SmackDown. Look at this. Brutal shots by Rhea Ripley, showing her dominance here in this match. And now Rhea. Oh, the knee right to the face of the Queen. But Charlotte able to get out of it. Now Charlotte gonna go for the cover. Hook of the leg and a kick out by Rhea. Gonna take a lot more than that to get the victory here tonight on WrestleMania SmackDown. Oh my God. And now Charlotte. Wait a minute. Oh, shades of her former husband Andrade. They're divorced. I think Andrade wants his moveset back. But now Charlotte waiting for Rhea to get back to her feet into the axe handle. Oh, wait a minute. Charlotte gonna go for it. Charlotte could get the upset win before WrestleMania. She's got the figure 4 locked in. And now she's got the figure 8, but breaks it up. I don't know exactly why, but oh, wait a minute. Rhea could have passed out. For the win. Oh, and Rhea kicks out at 2. Imagine if Charlotte Flair got the victory this close to WrestleMania. How that would get under the skin of Rhea Ripley. And Rhea favoring the bad leg. Very smart strategy by Charlotte Flair. She was born and bred for this business. And she is proving exactly why. And Charlotte Flair into the moonsault, and Rhea gone out of the way. And now this is a perfect opening for Rhea Ripley. Look at this. What a match here on Friday Night SmackDown. And Rhea's, oh, both women trying to chase after each other. Wild game of cat and mouse. And now the vintage Flair chops. Oh my God, no. Oh, right onto the bad leg. But Rhea's still fighting back. Mommy is Team Blue. Count of 5 already by the referee, but look at Rhea stomping right on Charlotte on the floor. Charlotte now busted open. Both women have got to be mindful of the referee's count, but Rhea Ripley wants a victory just before the title match at WrestleMania. On the top. Elbow to the back. And Rhea could be going for it again. Wait a minute. Oh, the axe handle. What a match between these two incredible ladies here on SmackDown. But Rhea could be going for the win. Gonna go for the Prism Trap. The move that has put so many women away on Raw. Rhea could get the win. And Charlotte taps Rhea Ripley with the victory here on WrestleMania SmackDown. Rhea Ripley beating Charlotte in this grudge match 24 hours away from her big WrestleMania match against Mercedes Moné for the Women's World Championship. Look at this by Charlotte Flair. She put up one hell of a fight. The moonsaults galore and the axe handle. And Charlotte Flair with a figure 8 as well. Almost got the victory just like that. But Rhea Ripley, the 4-time WWE Women's Champion, proving to everyone why she is so successful here on Universe Mode. And if she does this to Mercedes at WrestleMania Night 1, we could have a new Women's World Champion. Mercedes Moné watched in horror because her women's world championship dominant reign could be in trouble, because Rhea Ripley is coming for that championship. What a victory for Rhea Ripley here on WrestleMania Smackdown. Well, here comes the hardcore champion, Jey Uso, who's going to pass 1 year as hardcore champion. He's got a microphone in hand as he says he's got a challenge for Darby Allin for WrestleMania. So I'm just going to cut right to the chase. Darby Allin, get your ass to this ring. I got an important message for you about WrestleMania. Well, here comes Darby Allin. What has he got to say? Jay, I really hope this challenge is good, because no matter what, I'm going to end that championship reign at WrestleMania. Darby, at WrestleMania, I want there to be no excuses. How about we do your match at WrestleMania? How about we do a casket match? It'll be your funeral. Whoa, ho, ho. Wow. As if this match isn't already going to be physical. At WrestleMania, it will be Darby Allin challenging Rey Mysterio? Darby Allin challenging main event Jey Uso for the Hardcore Championship in a casket match. We knew how destructive Christian Cage versus The Undertaker at last year's WrestleMania in a casket match was. This could only get even more brutal. Can Jey Uso pass 1 year as hardcore champion, or will Darby Allin ruin the 1 year anniversary of Jey Uso's historic reign? We will find out at WrestleMania, and it is going to be a casket match. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here on Friday Night Smackdown as that is, oh my God, that is Johnny Gargano, the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship, and that's Kevin Owens' buddy, Sami Zayn, the former United States and UK champion, and Johnny Gargano is beating the hell out of Sami Zayn backstage. Johnny Gargano, who for months has been begging for an Intercontinental Championship opportunity, used to be good buddies with Owens and Zayn, and now Johnny Gargano is assaulting the underdog from the underground backstage here on WrestleMania SmackDown. And Sami Zayn trying to fight back. We have been told Kevin Owens not here tonight. He's doing press tours in Las Vegas ahead of WrestleMania. Johnny Gargano will challenge Kevin Owens at WrestleMania Night 2 for the Intercontinental Championship. Johnny's been clamoring for an opportunity at that belt, but Sami Zayn looking to fight back against Johnny Wrestling. Look at this. Oh, a power bomb onto the concrete, as I guess Johnny is going to regret putting his hands on a two-time champion here on Universe. Oh my God. And Sami Zayn, who unfortunately will not compete at this year's WrestleMania, but that does not mean Sami's going to wait around and get assaulted backstage by Johnny Wrestling. Where the hell's Tommaso? Where the hell's Candice? As this situation is spiraling out of control here at WrestleMania. WrestleMania SmackDown, I should say, not WrestleMania. Johnny Wrestling trying to fight back, trying to send a message to Kevin Owens ahead of WrestleMania. And Johnny Gargano, no, Sami Zayn. Johnny might not even make it to WrestleMania for getting his hands on Sami Zayn. Oh my God. Oh, into the driver. It is utter chaos here. There's no security in sight. Sami now with a steel chair in hand. Oh, and bashing Johnny over the body with that steel chair. Payback for Sami Zayn. But Johnny Gargano again looking to throw Sami around like a rag doll. I don't know what's going to happen here, but Johnny Gargano, oh, brutal assault. You hear the boos from the fans in attendance. Johnny Gargano doesn't give a damn. Ooh, drop kick. No, Johnny able to avoid it. And now Johnny, brutal shots into the code breaker. Johnny Takeover, Johnny Wrestling, whatever you want to call him. Johnny Gargano is looking for a fight at WrestleMania. Poison Rana on the concrete. Sami could have a concussion. Johnny Wrestling sending a message ahead of WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Champion Kevin Owens. Owens not here tonight, but he must be in his hotel room watching this. Johnny is sending a clear message as now he's got the Gargano escape on Sami Zayn. What a chaotic episode already. Johnny Gargano assaulting Sami Zayn backstage, but it is time for our co-main event.
Making her way to the ring from Minnesota, the WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion, Blackheart.
Well, of course, Julia Hart, the Women's Intercontinental Champion, is going to have one hell of a title defense at night 2 of WrestleMania, because she will defend that Women's Intercontinental Championship in a fatal 5-way match between Tatum Paxley, Fallon Henley, Katana Chance, and her opponent here tonight in a non-title match, Julia. As it'll be a first time ever one-on-one matchup between these two ladies, as Julia has a chance to get a huge victory before WrestleMania, where she could become our next Women's IC champ. The beautiful Madness has made quite the impact.
Tokyo, Japan.
And you saw when Julia Hart made her entrance, Fallon Henley and Tatum Paxley accompanying her to ringside, Katana Chance accompanying Julia to ringside. Of course, the 3 other ladies in the Fatal 5-Way match will be watching this match from ringside to try to steady these two fan favorite opponents. And of course, when Julia Hart made her debut, Julia made her Universe Mode debut all the way back at New Year's Revolution, she got a pinfall victory over the Women's World Champion Mercedes Moné in a tag team match. Now Julia looking to do the same thing in a singles match against the Women's Intercontinental Champion, Julia Hart. It'll be the Battle of the Julias here on WrestleMania SmackDown. Julia Hart versus Julia. Of course, you heard Julia Hart say a few weeks back on SmackDown, pretty sure it was last week on SmackDown, that she doesn't give a damn that it's a fatal 5-way match at WrestleMania. She will blow through everybody and prove to everyone why she's held the Women's IC Championship this long. I mean, Julia Hart with impressive defenses against Michin, Natalia, Blair Davenport as well. But obviously WrestleMania will be her toughest challenge yet, as it's a bit of a slow start to this matchup. Both ladies battling for control. This is our co-main event of the evening here on WrestleMania SmackDown, as Julia Hart and Julia, who will get the advantage in the early stages of this dream match. 2 out of the 5 ladies that will battle for the Women's Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. We saw, obviously, this past Monday night on Raw, the Women's United States Championship be defended, as Chelsea Green retained the championship against the returning AJ Lee. And now Julia twerking on the arm of the Women's Intercontinental Champion. Oh, and a nice takedown. Only 2 women in history have called themselves Women's Intercontinental Champion. Oh! Where the hell the buckle pad got exposed? As I believe Fallon Henley or Tatum Paxley removed the buckle pad, and that backfired for the champion. And now Julia Hart is getting pummeled by the beautiful Madness here on SmackDown. Oh, and the slap showing complete signs of disrespect by one of the challengers at WrestleMania. Oh, into the knee. And of course, WrestleMania will be Julia's first ever title shot in her young Universe Mode career, but she's made a huge impact in Japan. Oh, knee right across the skull of Julia Hart. This is Julia's biggest match yet. Referee fixing the buckle pad. Oh, big kick by Julia Hart. Referee's back was turned. And now the champ looking to get momentum back in this match in our co-main event. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, dropping Julia right on the leg. And if that thing's broken, Julia might not even make it to WrestleMania. It just means one less opponent for Julia Hart. That could be her strategy. It could change to a fatal four-way match in that case. Oh, no. Again to the bad legs. Beautiful strategy by the champion. Julia is in trouble. Well, Fallon Henley was on the apron. Don't know what the intention was there. Double axe handle by the champion and a kick out by Julia. Julia Hart won that championship from Michin at Survivor Series War Games back in November. She's held that championship proudly ever since. Julia Hart, also a former women's world champion. And Julia Hart, Julia landed on her feet, but Julia Hart trying to keep control. Flatliner. Flatliner connects into the cover for the victory, for the champion. Almost got it here on SmackDown, but Julia able to kick out. And of course, the amazing strikes by Julia Hart, mentored by Monday Night Raw's Aleister Black back when she was part of House of Black. Ooh! Big kick there by Julia, and now Julia Hart trying to retreat to ringside. These two ladies, leg sweep there, of course, right back to the bad legs that Julia's been working on this entire match. Leg drop, didn't get all of it. Still graced the beautiful madness as the champion in control right now, still in this non-title match. And this could be it now. Into the hammerlock DDT. Fade to black. Julia Hart with the victory here on WrestleMania SmackDown, sending a message to the other three women that are going to be in this fatal five-way match for the Women's Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania Night 2. As Julia Hart said last week, I don't care whether it's one woman, two women, three women, or four women that I have to face. The result will always be the same. I will retain the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Julia Hart put up a good fight, but Julia Hart did very good in working on the legs as the Women's Intercontinental Champion, securing herself some momentum before her big title defense at WrestleMania. Julia does not have to be pinned or submitted to lose that championship. But will Julia Hart remain Women's Intercontinental Champion at WrestleMania, or are we going to have a new champ? Because Julia Hart will defend that championship against Fallon Henley, Tatum Paxley, Julia, and Katana Chance, who will walk out of WrestleMania Night 2 the Women's Intercontinental Champion. Well, it is main event time here on SmackDown as we got one hell of a tag team main event. As here comes the World Heavyweight Champion, Switchblade Jay White.
Is a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, from Auckland, New Zealand, weighing in at 230
Of course, at the main event of WrestleMania Night 2, Switchblade Jay White will defend that World Heavyweight Championship against the man he beat at the Royal Rumble to win it, the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. But 48 hours before that epic match, we got probably one of the biggest main events in not just SmackDown history, but all of Universe Mode history, as the World Heavyweight Champion Jay White will team up with the greatest of all time, John Cena, to take on The Rock and Roman Reigns. A PLE match of its own right, but we're going to get it here tonight on WrestleMania SmackDown. The question is, can lightning strike twice? And will he retain that championship against Roman Reigns and remain on SmackDown in the Universe Mode draft? But either way, this man's a free agent. He can go anywhere he wants. The greatest of all time, the former United States champion, former tag team champion, John Cena, is here on the blue brand.
Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 261 pounds.
It's been a roller coaster year for John Cena, more particularly the past few months, as John Cena was part of the supergroup known as Team Bring It, led by the final boss, The Rock. But after the Royal Rumble, Solo Sikoa, the Tongans, and The Rock all betrayed John Cena, setting the stage for WrestleMania, where The Rock challenged John Cena to a one-on-one Bloodline rules match on night 2 of WrestleMania. But before that, who would have thought we would ever see Jay White and John Cena in the same ring, let alone the same team? How will these two coexist here on SmackDown? As here comes the former World Heavyweight Champion, the man who is going to main event WrestleMania for the first time here on Universe Mode to try to take that championship back from Switchblade Jay White, the original Tribal Chief. Roman Reigns is here, and he is ready for this epic tag team main event. Roman Reigns felt embarrassed when he lost that championship. Of course, tonight he will team up with the man he faced at WrestleMania last year, funnily enough, the final boss, The Rock. Of course, over the summer, Roman Reigns and The Rock were able to reconcile their relationship. Who could forget the final Raw before SummerSlam, when Roman Reigns and The Rock defeated the team of Seth Rollins and Swerve Strickland. Roman Reigns and The Rock looking to team up once again here on SmackDown to take on the team of John Cena and Jay White. Roman Reigns looking to win that World Heavyweight Championship back and reign on top of SmackDown once again. Roman Reigns defeated Jacob Fatu at Elimination Chamber with Jay White serving as special guest referee in order to earn another shot at the world title. Ever since Roman Reigns moved from Raw to SmackDown in the Universe Mode draft, he has proved to everyone why he is the biggest box office attraction in all of WWE. Why so many fans on social media and fans watching at home value this man and look up to him. Roman Reigns looking to become a 2-time World Heavyweight Champion at WrestleMania Night 2, but the question is, will he be able to? That is what the joy of WrestleMania is all about. You never know what's going to happen. As now here comes the final boss, the former undisputed WWE Champion, visiting SmackDown for the first time ever in his Universe Mode career. The Rocky chants are getting loud as the former leader of Team Bring It is gracing the blue brand with his presence for the first time ever. The final boss is here. Standing alone. The High Chief, as Solo Sikoa calls him, meaning he's a rank above the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns.
And from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds,
The Rock lost the WWE Championship to Drew McIntyre at the Royal Rumble. Ever since that happened, The Rock viciously betrayed John Cena using the Tongans and Solo Sikoa. It was at Elimination Chamber, though, that The Rock revealed himself to be the mastermind behind the betrayal of Solo and the Tongans. And it was also ever since then that The Rock issued the challenge. John Cena versus The Rock at WrestleMania Night 2 in Las Vegas. Bloodline rules. There's only been one other Bloodline rules match in Universe Mode history. That was all the way back at Survivor Series War Games. Roman Reigns retaining the World Heavyweight Championship against Will Ospreay with the help of Sami Zayn. But who knows what a match of this magnitude between John Cena and The Rock could bring. The Rock is here for the first time ever on SmackDown, the show that The Rock helped create all the way back in 1999. As the time for waiting is over, as we are going to get a WrestleMania preview, Jay White starts the match off against Roman Reigns. You see The Rock telling Roman Reigns, barking orders to the Tribal Chief to get that motherfucker, and that is what Roman Reigns is looking to do right now. Like we said, ever since the Royal Rumble, Roman Reigns has been pissed off that he is not walking into WrestleMania as the World Heavyweight Champion. He's walking into WrestleMania as the challenger, as the number one contender. And Roman Reigns and The Rock are looking to start off this match. And we said earlier, who could imagine seeing Jay White and John Cena in the same ring? What about Jay White and The Rock in the same ring here on Universe Mode? This is insanity here. That is what the road to WrestleMania entails, however. And of course, we mentioned Jacob Fatu. He will main event WrestleMania Night 1, challenging Gunther for the WWE title, covered by the world champion, and a kick out by The Rock. This is almost like a WrestleMania-worthy match in its own right. Jay White and The Rock. Hey, maybe if Roman's unsuccessful at WrestleMania, The Rock could go for the World Heavyweight title. He's a member of the board. He could do whatever he wants. But here we go. Cousins united yet again. And Roman Reigns cousins united for two common enemies. Cover by Reigns. And a kick out by White. And look at this. The GOAT is back. John Cena and Roman Reigns, a lot of history in their own respective rights. And John Cena's here in the show that made him relevant in 2002. Roman Reigns and John Cena, no love lost for one another. And John Cena says he is in the tail end of his career. He might as well come home to Smackdown. Cena's a free agent. Cover on the Tribal Chief and a kick out. Not the first time these two have gone to battle here on Universe Mode. First time in a long time, however, as Cena clawing the side of the face of Roman Reigns. Roman bringing the GOAT back to his feet. As now, what has the Tribal Chief got to be thinking? Cena fighting back, and of course this recent run of John Cena, every week he is wrestling because he says he loves professional wrestling. It's his biggest passion. Oh! And now a double team between the world champ and the GOAT. And now Roman Reigns, the Irish whip. Oh! Went for the clothesline, but Jay White kind of collided into the referee there. Collides into him again. Referee needs to get that out of the way. Oh, and now face first into the turnbuckle goes the champ. Bit of a WrestleMania preview. Get the fuck out of the way, ref. But now Reigns rolls through into the powerbomb to White. Frequent tags by these two members of the Anoa'i family. Two of the most respected members of that dynasty. Oh, big punch by the final boss. Oh, and an axe handle. The Rock, a lot like Roman Reigns, has been super frustrated since losing his world championship. But The Rock hates John Cena even more. As now, what does Jay White have in mind? The spinning Uranage. Oh, here we go. Cena and The Rock going to get their hands on one another, but look at The Rock. DDT to John. John Cena, who's been suffering losses to the Tongans for the past few weeks. Drop kick by The Rock. Now a tag again to Roman. And Cena, monkey flip to Reigns. Only a little taste of seeing Cena and Rock in the same ring. We're going to get that at WrestleMania. Now John Cena, beautiful throw to Reigns. As now, what does the GOAT have in mind? Oh, powerbomb by Reigns. Beautiful counter by the Tribal Chief. Roman Reigns, back when he was world champion, held that championship for almost 10 months. Beating the likes of Andrade, Swerve Strickland, Will Ospreay, Sami Zayn, Eddie Kingston to win that championship, among others. Now The Rock is legal yet again, and the final boss trying to take out the world champion, but Jay White responds with a punch, and that just made The Rock angry. And now The Rock attacking Jay White. Oh, but The Rock is focused, going for the sharpshooter on Cena. Will Cena be forced to tap? No, didn't work. And now The Rock on the top. Oh, and an elbow. Jay White tried reaching for the tag, didn't work. Cover, hug of the leg, and Jay White breaks it up for his team, breaks it up for his partner, John Cena. And The Rock, oh, ho, ho, ho. Beautiful suplex by the former WWE champion. And again, the double team maneuver. The Rock and Roman Reigns, former enemies turned into allies of convenience. But Jay White's legal. Superman punch. Reigns saw it coming. Cover. to pin the world champion. Almost got it. But Roman knows that was almost it. He can't waste time. He's got the world champion position. Into the spear. The spear by Reigns. Cover. Hook of the leg for the win. Roman Reigns and The Rock with the win. Momentum secured by the two most honored members of the Anoa'i Wrestling Dynasty. Just 48 hours before their respective matches at Night 2 of WrestleMania. The Rock and Roman Reigns, their first time in months teaming up together, but they fought as if they've been teaming forever. It's just the family dynamic of these two men. Look at this, The Rock and Jay White sharing the ring here at WrestleMania Smackdown. And The Rock decimated John Cena. But look at this, Jay White tried sneaking up on Reigns. Reigns saw a coming vicious Superman punch, which almost earned Reigns and Rock the victory right there. But Roman, it only takes one, the spear. And if he hits this at WrestleMania, we are going to have a two-time World Heavyweight Champion in Roman Reigns. Reigns pins the champion. Family above all here at WrestleMania Smackdown. As can this be the outcome at WrestleMania? As at WrestleMania Night 2, The Rock will try to get Cena out of WWE for good. It'll be The Rock versus John Cena in Bloodline Rules at WrestleMania Night 2. And then in the main event, Roman Reigns looks for payback from the Royal Rumble as he tries to become the first ever two-time World Heavyweight Champion in Universe Mode history, as he will try to beat the man who took the title from him at Royal Rumble, the current World Champion, Switchblade Jay White. As what will happen at WrestleMania. It'll be WrestleMania and then the third annual Universe Mode Draft. This could be the last SmackDown match of the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, or the last SmackDown match for the World Heavyweight Champion Jay White. What will happen in the draft as well, we're going to find out. But ladies and gentlemen, that will have to conclude WrestleMania Smackdown here in our WWE 2K25 Universe Mode. Shout out as always to Will Ferris for booking this SmackDown card and every other SmackDown card in our 2K Universe Mode series, 3 years strong. And ladies and gentlemen, this has been your boy, Willie Alexander. I will see you in the next video. Be good people, and peace.